Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl, yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and we're definitely excited today, coming off a win. You've seen it, so I guess definitely some things to talk about. But that being said, let me introduce the guys today. Let's get right into the show, man. I got a lot of things to say about this game. I know that I'm sure there's some people out there in the comments who got something to say about certain things that has happened and transpired in this game with a particular player. But don't worry, I got that covered. Don't worry about it. So shout out to my guy Matt, aka Matty Ice. Matt, how you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Happy to be here. Happy to have another pod in this holiday season.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Mike, how are you? Oh, Mike got a few things going on. You good, Mike?
Yeah, I'm Gucci.
Okay, good.
No, I'm on my backup laptop. My current one is not working, so that's why I don't have a background and everything. But I'm here. I couldn't miss this after a big Patriots win. I had to make sure I show up.
Right, we was accused last pod of being Patriots fans, and it's kind of crazy. But listen, shout out to Y2K out there. But listen, let's get into this show. Shout out to Buffalo fan base, man. Shout out to Buffalo fan base. We definitely appreciate them with the collab. We definitely want you to go tap in with them. They've definitely been a great partner, down through the years. So shout out to them. And we have to talk about our presenting sponsor. Matt, could you do that for us?
Yes, sir. This episode and every other episode is brought to you by the good folks over at AOG Cigar Lounge. AOG Cigar Lounge is the premier cigar lounge in Western New York. Located in 3495 Delaware Avenue, AOG Cigar Lounge has everything you need when it comes to cigars and having a good quality time, out at the lounge. They have a great cigar selection, great drink selection. They have, whiskey, bourbon, tequila flights, bucket specials, awesome specials, great membership deals. Definitely stop in, catch a game, catch up with friends, check out the lounge. Really good spot. Coming up is their 2-year anniversary, January 17th. So there will be a special guest. To be Lee Evans coming. There's going to be, you'll get a drink, you'll get a cigar, you'll get food with your admission. It's $50 for members and $75 for non-members. So definitely go get your membership today. It's gonna be a good night. I was just at the Christmas party. It was an awesome time. The Overdue Bills, we represented well there. So everybody loves the Overdue Bills at AOG Cigar Lounge. So definitely stop in. I'd highly recommend. It's going to be a good event, and then you'll get the chance to meet a Buffalo Bills legend in Lee Evans.
Shout out to AOG. Definitely appreciate them. Want you to go tap in. And let me say this. We do apologize. We are a little late. A little bit of Christmas shopping. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. But we're here. We're locked in, and we're better than ever. And listen, real quickly, overduebillspod.com. Overduebillspod.com. We definitely want you to go to the website. New and improved website, to be exact. We definitely got a lot of things over there. So shout out to the new website. Shout out to listen, everybody out there who's been tapping in, throughout this year. We definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all being in the comments, sharing, and doing all those amazing things. We want you to continue to do that. We appreciate you going to our YouTube page, right? Many of you have subscribers, is pushing our YouTube numbers up. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. We on the move. We on the move. But with that being said, we got a show today. We're not going to be, on very long, but we do have to be on very strong. And we start every show with the quick question of the day. And I got to ask this, right? And people always call me a hater, but I think it's just important for me to ask it. I'm just throwing a question out there. With 2 weeks left in the season, right? Do you believe that the Bills are playing their best football right? You know, we hear that, you know what I'm saying? Generally going into the playoffs, a lot of pundits, a lot of people talk about that. You want to be playing your best football in December. So my question is, are we playing our best football, Mike, or are we playing our most urgent football? If that makes sense, right? Is it somewhat of an urgent thing? Because obviously we just clinched the playoffs. We don't know where we're going to be at, but we did clinch the playoffs. The AFC is pretty, you know, it's a lot of things going on there. So do you think we're playing our best or our most urgent? And everybody in the comments, you can answer that question.
Yeah, I was. Come on, Swanson. Matt Nadolo. He got his brothers with him. He good. So as far as the Bills, I think we are playing our best football. I think that everybody. I think this is what our team is going to be. I don't see much changing. Right, James Cook about to be the rushing leader. Like you can't really expect him to play much better. The tight ends, Jackson Hawes, like Mill said, are having a great season.
Okay.
Dawson Knox stepping up. Dalton Kincaid, he's not doing much, but no, we getting production from the tight ends, getting production from Ray Davis, Ty Johnson, Josh Allen is running. The old line is just creating just super holes for the running backs to run through every single time. The secondary is looking good. The Matt Milano played better. Shaq Thompson looking good. So I think everybody is that I expect to play good is playing good, right? The wide receivers, no, it's nothing coming from them. I've been saying that all year. The D line is nothing coming from them. You've been saying that all year, Preach. So I think this is if the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl, they're going to win it this way. They're going to win it running with James Cook. They're going to win it running with Josh Allen, playing good football, not turning it over, and the defense turning the other team over. So I think we are playing our best football, and we playing how we will play once the playoffs come.
Matt, are we playing our best football or our most urgent football? Shout out to Sean. Sean says urgent.
Yeah, I agree with Mike though. I think we are playing our best football. I think there's little things that we didn't capitalize in that game that made it a little bit more ugly. I see some of the comments should have been a 10-point victory. You're absolutely right. You got the Dawson Knox drop. You got missed extra points, things like that. Things things that happen that we just aren't able. I don't know what's going on. We can't find a kicker that can consistently hit extra points. We're 0 for 3 on the in the last 2 seasons with that. But I do think we are playing our best football going forward. It's just what we got.
Can you put Swanson comment back up? This is my point. Brandon Cooks is going to drop passes. Like that's just it is what it is. Like Allen going to miss Shakir, and Knox is going to drop passes. Like Knox been playing great the last 2 weeks, but right, he's not a great tight end. Great tight end, they play great every week. That's not Dawson Knox. We know who Dawson Knox is. We know he's going to drop passes. He's been dropping passes for the last 6 years. Allen is off sometimes, and it's Brandon Cooks. We called him out of nowhere. Like listen, none of that is going to change. Those crucial plays that we miss, we're going to miss those in the playoffs. But I think as far as everything else go, I think we're playing great. I mean, James Cook is looking like Le'Veon Bell out there.
Yeah, I would say I don't think it's necessarily urgent football. I think it's our best football. I think if you look at our team in its totality, we still have terrible players, right? And I'm never gonna not say that, right? We have bad, pass catchers, probably worse in the league. But nonetheless, I think that the offense is being called better. Like if you just look at the offense in the second half of the season, like players that were not getting anything going to them are getting plays, even like a Ray Davis and a Ty Johnson. I didn't understand it. We paid Ty Johnson. Remember last year, Ty Johnson made crucial plays. Back at the end zone catch, you know what I mean? To extend games and do all like that. And all of a sudden, we get into the season, Ty Johnson is nowhere to be found. Nothing is happening. No passes to the running backs. It's just like, what are we doing? It's like we know what we did to get there. We know what type of players we have on our team. We don't have good wide receivers, and all of a sudden we were trying to force feed bad players, right? Like shout out to Tyrell Shavers, but it's like he's not good, y'all. Like at the end of the day, Brandon Cooks is not a good player. Shakir is a decent player at best. Dawson Knox is a bad player. That's why we drafted Dalton Kincaid. And what I mean by bad, I mean he's a bad pass catcher. He can't block, but he's a bad pass catcher. It's a fact. I'm not making that up. That's not hearsay. We all know that. It's not a secret amongst Bills fans. And not even to mention that, I mean, obviously the highlight of the season is a James Cook. And that, I guess that's kind of what I want to talk about. I want to lead into that. We could talk about the Cleveland game. I mean, I'm really at the point where it's December. We won the game, and it's like it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Certain things you just expect. But if we can talk about the Pro Bowl, right? Because we've seen that come out. Josh Allen, James Cook, and Deion Dawkins. Shout out to the Key to the City. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got the key to the city. So I'm asking you, Matt, and I'm asking everybody in the comments, do you believe were there anyone who was snubbed as far as the Pro Bowl is concerned, right? Because obviously we don't have a defensive player, you know what I mean, at all. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. We're going to talk about Sunday, but I'm asking a question as it relates to the Pro Bowl first. Before we get into Cleveland, we're going to talk about that. Do you think that anybody was snubbed? Everybody in the comments, you can answer that question. Do you have anybody that was snubbed from the Buffalo Bills as it relates to the Pro Bowl? Matt?
I think Christian Benford was the biggest snub for me. At least, you know, he's got to be an All-Pro consideration. You know, he's a top 3 corner in the AFC, 100%, and it's in the, you know, I think actually in the NFL, not, you know, but in the AFC for sure. You got your best guys in the AFC, and Derek Stingley. You know, you got
Gonzalez, Pat Zertan.
Yeah,
he's not better than any of those players, bro.
Why is he not?
Yeah, like 3 guys.
He's not. He's
Why
not
is he
better
not?
than him. He's not better than Pat Surtain. Pat Surtain is lockdown. He's not better than Chris Gonzalez. He's not better than
Christian Benford. He's made game-changing plays in a quarter of our games.
The last 3 weeks, Benford really stepped up, but at the beginning of the season, it was looking bad.
He was getting cooked. He was getting cooked, and not. But some of it wasn't. Some of it was like the play scheme. Let's call a spade a spade. Sean McDermott was not putting them in the best position to make the play. That was just a fact. I'm not making that, or Babbage, whoever it was. But so I you know how I love Benford. I said Benford was the best corner in the league going into the season, but I don't think he had, like, when I look at those names, he just didn't play better than them, unfortunately.
Yeah. So no, that's it for me though. I mean, nobody else.
That's crazy. Mike, do you have any snubs?
Nah, I mean, we might get some alternates anyways. Like we typically do, but no one else deserved a Pro Bowl. I mean, maybe Ray Davis for kick return. Yeah, but that's it. That's it.
I would say
I don't care about Pro Bowl anyways.
Yeah.
As it relates to the Pro Bowl, I think it's an indictment, a sad indictment. It's like our like not having one Pro Bowler on the defense. This is like, you know, it's unfortunate, and I'm glad that happened, because I do want to talk about this player, Gregory Rousseau, and we could talk about the game. We could lead into the game. I want to talk about Greg Rousseau because I said this in the beginning of the year. Rad said that Greg Rousseau would be a Pro Bowler. I believe that was his prediction.
Yeah, but Rad said whatever, so who cares?
Yeah, true. I'm just saying though. Rad said that, right? Rad said that Greg Rousseau would be a Pro Bowler. A lot of people said that this was his year. You know what I mean? Take the next step. But in fact, it wasn't his year, right? it wasn't his year at all. He's probably been one of the worst defensive ends. And what we've seen this past game, right? 23-20. We could talk about the game, but I do want to highlight Greg Rousseau because Greg Rousseau had a good game, right? Greg Rousseau had a good game. But the thing that I've been saying throughout the year is that he's gonna do this against a no-name quarterback, right? He's gonna like he's gonna do this against somebody where it's just like, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, do it against Jalen Hurts. Do it against Pat Mahomes. Do it against quarterbacks who matter. Like that's all I'm saying. Like, make the plays when they actually matter and count. Granted, we needed to win, but it's like that's why I just don't like him as a player. Like, I don't think he does. He's not additive at all. He does the same move, but I just had to get that off my chest. But we could talk about, you know what I mean, the game. We can talk about the game. We can talk about the Cleveland game. And I want to ask Matt this. 23-20. Swanson talked about it earlier. We're gonna get to Ed Oliver. We're gonna get to a lot of things. But let me ask this. Let me ask this to everybody out there. Was this a professional win? Or was this a win that still leaves us uneasy? Because Swanson says it wasn't our best. Sunday should have been a 10-point victory, right? So my question is, Matt, was this like a professional win? It's December. We took care of business. We won. We moving on to the next team. Or was this, and we don't necessarily play Cleveland good anyway. You know what I mean? Historically, no matter who is at quarterback. Or is this like a win where it's just like you look at it, it's like, oh my God, like we only put up 23 points against Cleveland. They suck. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what happened here? How do you feel about the win?
No, it's exactly what it is. It's a professional win. I was never in doubt, for any point of the game. You know what I mean? Even if Cleveland, ended up scoring late or whatever and taking the lead, I 100% thought that we would come back and there was no way we were leaving Cleveland without a win. So I think it's just a professional win, just getting it done in December. Bills, last couple seasons football. That's all.
Yeah, I can't keep up with how y'all feel about playing bad teams. 1 week, Rad said, "Hey, it's the NFL. You never know." The next week is like, if you play a team close, that's not great. Now, I mean, you suck. It's like, bro. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, so we have won by 10 or 13 or 20 or 50, whatever. Like, I mean, it's surviving advance time. The Bills won. They clinched the playoff spot, so we guaranteed to be playing in January. Now, if we want to start discussing, do we want to try to win the division still? Do we want to? Do we want the 5? Do we care? Do we want to rest people? But as far as like style points against the Cleveland Browns, like I'm not too concerned about that. If we want to talk about our wide receivers catching 6 passes again, we can. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you score one more point, like I score more than 0.02 points more than Matt in fantasy, I move on to the championship. That's all. That's all that matters. Like if you win, you win. Survive in advance, baby. It's March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this, right? And people and shout out to Ed, shout out to my cousin. He says we make things so much harder for ourselves. I would argue that like, and I've been saying this, I've been consistent on this pod. Like we really don't have like good players. So what you see is what you get. Like Dawson Knox dropping that pass. Mike talked about like Dawson Knox drops passes at an alarming rate. Like he's actually not a good ball catcher. We actually know that. So him doing that should not come as a surprise to us, right? Our receivers only catching 6 passes. That shouldn't come as a surprise because they suck. They're not good. They don't do anything good. Brandon Cooks is a bad football player as it stands right now, right? Shavers, bad football player. Palmer, bad football player. You know what I mean? Like Shakir, take a step back. Let's be honest. Keon Coleman, Keon Coleman is literally Aaron Maben 2.7. Like he's disgusting. Like he's in the studio rapping. Like what are we doing? Like all I'm saying is we got a lot to talk about as it relates to our receiving core. But when I looked at the game, it's like, yo, what do y'all expect? And listen, shout outs. Gregory Rousseau did make some plays, but it's just like about time. Like literally about time. And then when you look at the other side and you see a Myles Garrett, it's like he's not even 1/10 of him, bro. He's not even 1/10 of him, and that's my problem. Like when you look at our defense did make some good plays. We held them to 20 points. It's Shedeur Sanders. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders. It's the Cleveland Browns. Like I can't name a receiver, honestly. Like Jerry Jeudy. Like what are we talking about here? This is a bad football team we're playing against. Kevin Stefanski should be fired, effective immediately. Like all I'm saying is this is the team that we have, y'all. Shout out to Josh Allen. Shout out to James Cook. I'm gonna be honest. James Cook has actually shown me even more, right? Like I thought James Cook was a good player, but what we're seeing, James Cook is a legit player. Like low key, like I don't know. He might be him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like are y'all more impressed? And I'm asking everybody in the comments the same question. Are we more impressed with James Cook? Because granted, our offensive line is decent. Deion Dawkins did get a Pro Bowl nod, but it's not like, I mean, we're pretty good. We're decent offensive line.
Probably top 5 unit.
Great run block. I mean, great run block and all that. Shout out to them. But what I'm saying is James Cook is still doing a lot out there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's making things happen on the ground. So Matt, and just quickly, do you think James Cook is exceeding even our expectations that we had on him?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I'll say this. I was in the beginning of the season. I'll take up accountability. I was like, you know what? If we don't pay him, it is what it is. Let him play out this season. But I'm happy that we paid him before the season because the price would have went way up.
Man,
I mean,
right?
he's showing he's on another level. It's his brother. It's his brother back a couple years ago when he dominated the league. And he's doing the same type of things right now. And any point of the game where he touches the football, he could break one. And that was what we were waiting for. That was the biggest jump that he made from the beginning of his career, was that he would break some and always get caught or always not be able to make that big play. And then late last year to the start of this year, he made that leap, and now he's dominating the league. So it's definitely more impressive to me.
It's crazy. Cook is the type of running back I wanted the Bills to have when they had Diggs and Beasley and those guys. I always thought that Singletary and Moss was just like, they too slow, they're not explosive. I want a more explosive back that, I don't want to run it a lot, but when I do give them the ball, I want them to have a chance to break it at any time. And Cook is even better than that. Like he turning into a workhorse back. You can give him tosses. You can give him runs up the middle. You can run him out of under center. You can run him out a shotgun. You can pass it to him. He's not McCaffrey, obviously, as a receiver. But if you get him out in space, he get the ball, right? He gonna outrun the running backs. He erase angles. And for me, it's his vision. Like the holes he decided to take. It's like, bro, how did you even see that? Like that hole wasn't even there before you start going that way. And about the time you got there, the hole opened up. Like his vision is next level. His contact balance is next level. And he just erased angles like a running back I haven't really seen before. He's not fast like Gibbs. He's just a smart running back. And I think that can last him a long time.
Okay, so we did have a question about Ed Oliver. Is Ed Oliver coming back for the playoffs?
Who cares, man?
I'm gonna be honest, and granted, I think Ed Oliver is one of our best. Is one of our best defensive players. Yeah. I don't think Ed Oliver is coming back, y'all. Like I think that like pectoral injuries. Sean McDermott has talked about it. I got some sources close to the situation. And from my understanding, what I'm hearing is that he probably may not come back. On a strip of, we know that pectoral injuries are very dangerous, right? You generally re-injure yourself. You know what I mean? I think that's something. Milano has some complications with that. There are other players who had complications with that. So they're taking it very, very easy. He's not coming back before the season. He's like that. That's just not happening. He may come back by the playoffs. But what I'm just saying, from my sources close to the situation, he's probably not going to play this year. So shout out to Oliver. If you need to help him, I think that he ran out of gas, on his way, I don't know if y'all seen that. He ran out of gas in the snow. So shout out to Oliver. But Matt, you were going to say?
No, yeah. I mean, I've seen similar things. He's talked about, I'm waiting to come back, ready to come back. So I don't know, maybe he's pushing forward to. I know McDermott the other day talked about that he's that it's it's not out of the question. It's not ruled out that he won't be back for the playoffs. It just depends on how deep our run is. So obviously, the more time that we are in, the greater the possibility that he's back. It may not be the first game, but it could be the AFC Championship or further.
Yeah, and for me, as far as Ed Oliver, he had a couple good games at the beginning of the season that I was looking forward to seeing what he was going to bring this year. But name an Ed Oliver moment really in the playoffs. Like, did he force that fumble on Lamar last year? I can't remember. But, like,
I think so.
It's few and will Von. No, DeMar forced it and Von picked it up. So, like, Ed Oliver doing anything in the playoffs is few and far between. Like, I know we like to give Diggs some flack for never showing up in the playoffs. I mean, Ed Oliver is 10 times worse than that. So, Yeah, did he have some couple good games beginning of the season? Yeah. Well, I like for him to be here. Yeah, sure. But I'm not banking on Ed Oliver to be a factor in whether we go anywhere or not, whether he come back. It's gonna come down to what Josh Allen can do. And the defense as a collective, I don't think Ed Oliver is gonna come in and really make that big of a difference, is in my opinion.
And let me say this. I'm definitely happy. Obviously, we're in the playoffs, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I know we're 11-4, which is a pretty good record. But we're not leading our division, and I think that still needs to be talked about, right? Like, granted, we might still be the favorites to win the Super Bowl in the AFC, or at least to come out. But at the same time, we have the best quarterback, not named Pat Mahomes, in the league, right? By far. So not winning the division is a problem. Like, somebody needs to look at that. And I get the Patriots are having a really good season, but so what? Like, so what?
Yeah.
Like, so what? We should match it. And really, my question is for everyone in the comments. We're gonna move on. We're not gonna be on here for a long time. But is Josh Allen, is he having a great season or just a good season for his standards? And obviously, he just won the MVP last year, so it's kind of. But like, Matt, do you think that Josh Allen is having a great season or a good season? I want everybody in the comments to answer that.
I mean, I don't think he's having. I think he's having a good season, a good season, because it's so up and down. I mean, but it's December right now. It's good, and it could transcend to great, especially these last couple games. Obviously, he's leading in a lot of stat categories. He's actually outperforming his last MVP year, stat wise, and then just getting it done at home. These last two games, putting us in a position to put a little bit of pressure on New England, right? To make them, have to win out. Obviously, they have, the Jets in Miami, but I think Josh can put a lot of pressure on other teams right now, and then just continuing to put us in positions to win games and setting us up nicely for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Josh is having a good season. For me, I don't think he can win the MVP this year only solely because James Cook. And I never liked the argument that Josh was the MVP because he had bad players around him. I think that sets a bad precedent. But I was told Lamar couldn't win it because he had Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry was so good, or Burrow couldn't win it because he had Chase and Higgins, or whoever couldn't win it because they had better players, and Josh was carrying the team. So now, like, can Josh win the MVP if James Cook wins the rushing title? I don't know. I don't think that's a matter. But I think Josh is having a good, let's call it a great season. It's almost like when Drake put out music, it's like, oh, but is it as good as Take Care? It's like, all right, bro, I understand. But I think Josh having a great season. He's not having an elite season, but I think he's having a great season because he's coming through in big moments.
Okay, real quickly, I want to ask this question. I want everybody in the comments to answer honestly, just real quickly. I know we're going into the playoffs. We play the Eagles next, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But my question is, which unit on our team worries you the most heading into the playoffs? Which unit on our team worries you the most heading into the playoffs? Matt. You're muted, Matt.
I think the unit that worries me the most is linebacker, man. It's obviously, Shaq Thompson has come in well, but I think Swanson said it, or somebody said it, maybe Ed. We can't tackle. We're not a good tackling defense, and that's gonna be key in getting off the field in big games, man. I mean, in playoff situations, those third downs, being able to get off the field, or even first and second down, not being able to tackle, making it from what could be like a 2nd and 9, not somebody breaking a tackle, turning into a 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, something like that. Giving guys opportunities to keep the chains moving and keep Josh Allen out the field. That's going to be key going into our playoff run, because we're going to play against all good teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna say coaching, because I think it's gonna come down to coaching, like the last couple of years have. I thought McDermott had a good game last yesterday. I think he lost the challenge again because he can't really win a challenge to save his life. But as far as I really like the decision to go for it on that 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter. This is like super analytics, or maybe not super, but this is like the analytics base. But like the touchdown of death, I mean the field goal of death, and like when you up 3 and you decide to kick a field goal to go up 6, right? That's called the field goal of death because now that team is forced to go for a touchdown. Versus if you were just up 3, then they would probably settle for a field goal once they got into range. So the fact that he didn't decide to go up 6 and they say, hey, it's 1 yard, let's go win the game right now. I think that was a really good decision. And as long as he keeps that aggressive nature and going into the playoff, because that's what it's going to come down to, because the defense may not be able to keep up, or maybe the offense is struggling. All right, hey, it's 4th and 3 at the 50. And we don't have any points. We're down 14. What you doing, McDermott? Are you going to punt it to the other team, go down 21? Or you can go down and try and get some points? So really how McDermott coaches once we get to the playoffs is going to be probably him, Brady and Babbage. What they can cook up will be the most important thing in the playoffs.
I'm going to be honest. For me, I think the unit that worries me the most is really all the old players. And what I mean by that is Tre'Davious White, Poyer, Milano, Teron Johnson. They've already shown a proclivity to be bad entering into the season, like to just get cooked. You know what I mean? And you could just get into a game where Sean McDermott, he does this. He relies heavily on our veterans. And then it's just like, nah, it's like, it's actually time to put in Shaq Thompson immediately, right? It's actually time, like, we just got to put in Cam Lewis. Like, you just can't have these players out there because they're bad. They're not doing us any favors. And I think that's a scary thing because that's the type of coach he really is. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it time and time again. So I'm just saying, like, we don't know how they're going to react going into far into the season. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we do have depth at certain positions. So I guess it remains to be seen, right? But that worries me, like our older players, even the Deion Dawkins for that matter, right? Like our older players, like you just never know. He might just start holding all of a sudden. I hope he doesn't, but you just don't know. Right. And so, we'll see going into that. But obviously we have a huge game against the Eagles. And I kind of just want to ask this question. I'm just going to throw this out there. I need everybody in the comments to answer this question for me. And let me say this. We talked about the wide receivers ad nauseum. And I'll say it again. We have bad wide receivers. Nobody has good hands at all. Like not one of them. Like nobody has the surest hands. They're not going to get the ball. They get less than 7 catches a game. So like it's like let's like Ty Johnson. Like let's throw the ball to James Cook. Like let's move on from them. Like they're bad.
I don't understand. Like Shakir first year or second year, like with Dorsey, he was almost like a better Cole Beasley because he can catch the ball and get yak. But now we use him like a running back. We just throw nothing but wide receivers bubble strings to him. Like what happened to Shakir running real routes? Like I don't even understand. Like, that's not even a thing anymore. Where he could go 10 yards and catch the ball. Like that's not even an option.
No, yeah, they do a lot of screens, a lot of short crossing routes, things like that with him. I agree. I would like to see him, be able to work, the chains a little bit.
Come on,
and get some action for sure.
Okay, so let's answer this question, y'all, about this Eagles game, right? What does this win? If we win over the Eagles, what will it prove about our team, right? Like, do you think? Let me just throw this out there. Is this like a measuring stick game? Are we looking at this game as fans and we're kind of analyzing it as a measuring tool going into the playoff? This is going to be a playoff team, obviously a Super Bowl caliber team. So is this a measuring stick or just more so a survival game? We've already clinched the playoffs, right? No matter what. So like if we win, if we beat the Eagles, what would it prove? And I'm interested for y'all answers in the comments.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a measuring stick game. I mean, they're the defending champs. They're obviously up and down this year. They're not as dominant as they were last season. But I think it's definitely a measuring stick game. It's December football. You're going to get your best out of every team. Every team is fighting for something at this point, especially with how wide open both conferences are. I mean, both conferences you have to win. You have to win 14, 15 games to be in the top spot, and everybody wants a top spot, right? So I think definitely this is a measuring stick game, and we're going to get our best from both sides. I'm just happy it's at home, and I'm going to be able to go see it live.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm calling it a measuring stick. Maybe so. Maybe it's a measuring stick. I don't know. But for me, I'm just looking at it as it's December and you playing a playoff team. Like I'm looking at the Chargers schedule. The Chargers finished with Houston, then Denver. So they're already playing playoff teams, getting ready, getting prepared for the playoffs. So right, you playing that talent, you playing that coaching, you playing in games that matter. It's not playoff implications, but you are playing another good team when it matters. So we end with the Jets, which will be a blowout. We may end up resting people depending on how seedings work out. This might be our last real game before the playoffs. So if we can go out there, get this win against the Super Bowl champs, I think it's just a good feeling going into the playoffs. That's what I'm looking at. I don't think we beat them, that means we a top 5. If we beat them, then we have another win, and just to add to it. But as far as that, just go see how you measure up, or go see how you play against another playoff team in December, and keep trying to get some wins. That's what I'm at.
I mean, for me, I don't. I mean, as long as we don't get blown out, but like I don't. I mean, I think the Bills, like, we're a veteran team. Like, we're built for the playoffs. We have Josh Allen. We're built to win, right? I mean, that's just the facts, in my opinion. So it's just like we shouldn't, regardless of even what happens in this game, we're not playing the Eagles until the Super Bowl. So that doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, let's get through the game. I don't want anybody to get injured any more than we have to. And whatever happens. I don't think we're gonna catch the Patriots. That's out. So I mean, like, that doesn't do anything for us. Denver, they have to lose out it's just like it didn't really do anything for us, right? It doesn't, and by all estimation, it really doesn't matter who we play in the playoffs or not. We don't necessarily want to see Houston, but we should be able to beat Houston. If we lose to Houston, I think Sean McDermott should get fired. That's just the facts. Like, you know what I mean? Any loss in the playoffs, I'm calling for Sean McDermott to get fired. First of all, we have to make the Super Bowl. It's for me to think that he should get fired, right? For me to think that. And if we lose before the Super Bowl, Sean McDermott needs to be fired effective immediately. That's just my opinion. I don't think it will happen. I think the Pagulas have been asleep at the job for a long time. We've given them a lot of money, for this new stadium. All they've given us is a fire in a new stadium, a lot of zoning issues. Like, I'm just saying, like, we need to look at them intently. You know what I mean? But that's just me, though. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I may be the only one that's going to do it, but I will do that. Does anybody else in the comments have anything to say about the Eagles? Because I mean, it's a mere back of show. They have a good defense. They have a strong run game. Like, let's just see. We can't tackle. You know what I'm saying? Let it be a barn burner.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles similar to us in terms of that when our offense is in the mud, it's in the mud. So I think I said Joey. He said that if we don't bring it the first half against the Eagles, we're gonna be in trouble. Not necessarily. if the score could be 0-0 at halftime, depending on what Eagles team show up.
Out to squares.
He's out to squares 0-0.
Yep.
Yeah, so, okay, let's do this. We're leaving, and we're gonna get score predictions in a second. But Matt, if you can please let the people know who won the contest, how they can enter to the contest, and moving forward about our contest.
Yeah, so this week we actually had 2 winners for the contest. Yep. So we did a giveaway. We had a gift certificate to Art of Glass Smoke Shop, and then we had a membership to Art of Glass Smoke Shop. We had 2 winners this week. The winner of the gift certificate was Antonio Harrington. He was the closest to Josh Allen's passing yards, and then the second winner, the winner of the membership, it was Danny Lopez. So shout out to you guys for getting in the contest. We'll be reaching out, get you guys set up with our guys over at AOG. Definitely some good prizes to be won.
Yes, sir.
So this week we're going to run it back with a gift card to Art of Glass Smoke Shop. It's going to be a score prediction for the Buffalo Bills against the Philadelphia Eagles game. You're going to predict the score. As tiebreakers, you're going to predict Josh Allen's passing yards and James Cook's rushing yards. So we're going to have that. That's a 4:25 game, so you're going to have until 4 o'clock to get in. And definitely get in, and good luck.
Shout out to AOG, man. Matt, before we give our score predictions, man, let the people know about this. Let the people know about that.
Yeah, so they got their 2-year anniversary coming up. Lee Evans will be there. It's going to be a good time, man. Every event that they have there is always a memorable event. So it's going to be January 17th. Non-members are $75. Members are $50 to get in. You're going to get a cigar, a beverage, and there's going to be food and giveaways all night long. So definitely, it'll be a great event to go to. Like I said, every event there is definitely you get your bang for your buck. So definitely check that out.
Shout out to LG Cigar Lounge. And Joey, just could have put a button hook on your question. Like, every team runs on us. Like, we just got to they can have 300 yards. Yeah. And with that being said,
and we also have the number one pass defense as far as yards allowed in the NFL right now. So he's right.
So shout out to them running.
Give up the run, but we don't let them pass us. Maybe because they don't have to pass that far.
Keep running. Keep running. I love when teams run on us. I love it. Please.
I got Bills 30, Eagles 27. I think we should win this game. We have the better quarterback, and I think we should just win this game. I got Bills 30, Eagles 27.
Eagles might have the better everything else though, boss.
Maybe. I think that maybe James Cook is better than Saquon Barkley. Maybe. Matt, what do you got?
I got Bills winning 31 to 23.
Oh, 31-23. Interesting.
What's the line for this game, Matt? You know?
No, not off the top of my head. It's got to be pretty close. So I'll check right now.
Yeah, I was looking.
I'm gonna say it's like probably a 2-point game. Just gave us a couple of points because we're at home. It's probably pretty even. I had to guess.
I think
probably 1.5.
When Josh Allen
1.5. I was right.
1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, when Josh Allen play other good quarterbacks, now maybe it's a debate whether Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I'll let y'all have that. But when he play quarterbacks that's capable, a quarterback that's going to go out there and run as well, might throw a couple of touchdowns, may have some big plays. Josh Allen typically shows up. So I think it's going to be high scoring. I think Eagles, they're able to run the ball. I think they're able to pass it on us. I think they score touchdowns. I think their defense makes some stops. I think our defense makes some plays, turn Hurts over maybe once or twice. And I think Josh will go out there and ball out. I think I got this high 30s or mid 30s. At least I'm going to say Bills 37, Philadelphia 34.
I will say this, though. I mean, just looking at the weather report, it will be high winds. High winds do affect passing, but thank God we don't have any receivers. So, I mean, that doesn't really affect us. We're just going to do screens all day.
Josh could throw through the wind anyway, but like I said, we don't have anybody throw.
But I'm just saying, wind does affect the ball. Yeah. Like rain necessarily doesn't, snow really doesn't, but what wind will affect it. Like when
I think the Bills thought that during the wind game versus the Patriots, and then they realized that Josh can still throw through it, and it was a little too late.
But that was a wild game though. But shout out to everybody out there, man. We definitely appreciate y'all in the comments. Listen, go to our YouTube page, Overdue Bills Pod at YouTube, Overdue Bills podcast at YouTube. Go subscribe to our YouTube plays. Please do that. We're trying to get up to 500 subscribers. We appreciate everybody that has done such. And listen, go tap into AOG Cigar Lounge. We appreciate them. Listen, we back. Listen, we're gonna be back next week. We're gonna gear up for the playoffs. We're ready. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all y'all out there, man. Y'all know how we end every show.
Hold on, Sam. I just want to, my bad. I just want to, say happy holidays to everybody. I don't know if we,
facts.
Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Enjoy that. Hopefully you get some time off with your family. I know today was my last day till next year. So I'm happy to be enjoying that. So, shout out to everybody out there. Enjoy that.
Hey, y'all better turn some engines out. What's up, boy? Y'all don't get no time off in the plant. What the hell? Hell no, I gotta call Mary now. What's going on?
But y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey. It's getting weaker and weaker by the day, y'all.
Go Bills.
Only Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and shout.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Now, baby, come on.